Thank you for joining me here tonight. The time is currently 8:59 p.m. Central, and you have a live look at the very beginning of a big severe weather outbreak. The Storm Prediction Center did just issue a mesoscale discussion for portions of west central Texas, saying that there is a 95% chance of a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch being issued for this area within the next couple of hours. This watch will include Fort Stockton, Texas, San Angelo, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Big Spring, Texas, all the way back through Midland and Odessa, Texas, because we've got some supercells starting to develop here across portions of far western Texas. The most impressive one right now being off to the northwest of Midland, Odessa, near Notch Trees right now, alright? We do have some rotation with this supercell, but for the most part, this is mainly just going to be a wind, hail, and flooding threat over the next little while. Speaking of flooding, Lubbock, Texas has seen significant rainfall totals all day, and they're continuing to see more significant rainfall totals. So that has prompted the National Weather Service to issue a flood advisory for the city of Lubbock. So if you're in Lubbock, make sure that you are staying safe out there. Again, the biggest severe weather threat will actually come later tonight, well into the wee hours of tomorrow morning. We're going to be talking about mainly a 1 a.m. to 7 or 8 a.m. time frame for the greatest tornado threat, which will come across portions of north central Texas and southwestern Oklahoma, believe it or not. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a 5% tornado risk within 25 miles of any given point, going all the way from the Oklahoma City metro back through portions of southwestern Texas here. I think that we definitely could see a couple of tornadoes overnight. Now, the damaging wind threat for today is the big story, alright? We're talking about a 30% chance of damaging wind gusts of 75 miles an hour or higher within 25 miles of any given point in that red area there. So, Lawton, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas, Vernon, Texas, Abilene, Texas, you guys are under the gun for some significant damaging winds tonight, potentially of 75, 80, 85, maybe even 90 miles per hour across this red shaded area. So again, this is kind of the hot spot that we'll be watching overnight around 1 to 7, 8 a.m. Again, say, would be the greatest time frame for this threat. Now, the hail threat is very interesting because we don't have one. It's just not there. So, we don't really have to talk about hail. Moving on to tomorrow, we've got a slight risk of severe weather for portions of north central Texas and south central Oklahoma. Tornado threat's still going to be there again in the very early morning time hours back through the lunchtime time frame. Maybe I'd say 8 a.m. to noon would be the greatest tornado threat tomorrow. Damaging winds could still be a possibility and maybe some isolated hail as well. The wind shear with this setup is absurd. We're going to have a cold core setup as well across portions of the southern and central plains, and that could maybe lead to a very brief isolated tornado somewhere across parts of Kansas or Missouri tomorrow. So that's why the 2% tornado risk has gone that far to the north if you are curious. But anyway, I have broken things. I can't pull the SPC outlook up. I dragged it off to the side on accident. So we're going to go ahead and close out of Radar Omega, open it back up here. And while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up stream chat. So if anybody has any questions about their location, feel free to leave those down below. I'll try to answer them accurately and honestly, because again, this is one of the bigger events that we've seen in a while. So we're going to try to cover this as well as possible. What's up, Mr. Storm? What's up, Sam? Storm Under Media is not live. What's up, Indiana Hamilton? Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have Storm Under Media's audio going, because that was definitely a possibility, but we do not. We're all good to go. So again, the main supercell that I'd be watching at this point is this one here on the west side of Midland, Odessa, near Nautries and Goldsmith. This is, again, one of the cells that we're going to be watching here over the next couple of hours, I would say, for damaging winds, large hail, maybe even an isolated tornado. I have legitimately been watching this line of storms here since probably 4 or 5 p.m. all the way up until now. I've not had anything else to do this afternoon, this evening, and they only just now got intense enough to warrant a live stream. If you take a look at this radar loop from this morning and this afternoon, even into the evening time hours, things were just not intense. We had some rain, we had some thunder showers, but things were not really getting going, and again, we weren't expecting them to get going until well into the late nighttime hours here, which is exactly what's happened. We have not had a single severe thunderstorm or tornado warning today, so it is going to be very interesting. Yes, the instability is very low, the wind shear is very high. It's a weird setup, one that we don't see very often in this region of the country, but it is going to be something to look out for. By the way, I think last time I streamed, I didn't have this amazing haircut. I did just take a shower, so my hair's all wet, so sorry about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into our coverage here again. It's been a minute, honestly, since we've done severe weather streaming, and I mean, I say that, but honestly, it's been like, what, 3 days? But for this channel, that's a while to go, so again, I'm kind of happy to be back here once again. Thank you guys for all the support on the channel recently. It's been pretty wild. Again, thank you for everybody that's tuning in. If you are just not tuning in, make sure to share this with a friend, as this is a very, very big deal. And again, we are expecting the potential for a couple of tornadoes, but also widespread damage and winds to be a possibility here across parts of Texas and Oklahoma, and just the plains in general over the next couple of days. So give me one moment here. We need to change this. We don't want the 250 frames on. I just had it up to show that one radar loop. I've had this whole beginning of the stream rehearsed because, again, I've had nothing better to do today. So, anyway, give me just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and try to throw this stream out here on my community tab. Yes, we have had setups like this before. I'm not saying it's never happened, but I'm saying for this part of the country, it is a quite rare occurrence that we have wind shear this incredibly high and instability this unbelievably low. Like, it's just, if we had a higher instability, we could legitimately be talking about it like one of the biggest tornado outbreaks of the year. But because we don't, that's really going to prohibit any major tornadoes from trying to develop again. Maybe a conditional embedded tornado or two here pops up across parts of North Texas and southern Oklahoma, but outside of that, tornadoes really aren't going to be a massive problem with this outbreak because the cells are not discrete, there's not a lot of instability, and overall, it's not really a big tornado setup. Again, it's a damaging wind setup. That's what it really is here. So give me one moment. Alright. So how is everybody's day going? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Alright. Again, I have just been chilling today. I've been very bored. I had a lot to do. Getting ready for, I'm not even going to say the M word, but getting ready for tomorrow. If you know, you know. But, again, some of these supercells almost look like they are trying to hook out a little bit, which is actually pretty interesting, so we could see some sort of rotation potentially try to develop on some of these in the next couple of hours. It looks like, again, this is several thousand feet into the atmosphere, so it's hard to see much, but we can maybe see some broad rotations south of Grand Falls, Texas, and then also some rotations possible again here with our Midland Odessa cell that we've been watching, but it doesn't look like anything crazy. So again, I think as long as, it's really the three storms that we're watching. So this looks like the beginning of our line, potentially, to me, actually. But these two supercells here, if these manage to stay discrete, alright, maybe undergo a cell merger or two, I think these actually could be quite significant problems here, and maybe prompt a few severe thunderstorm and maybe even tornado warnings over the next couple of hours. I think it's definitely possible. So again, these cells right now are just north of Fort Stockton, Texas. So, to give you guys a little bit more info there on that mesoscale discussion, I actually saw it just as it came out, and I was going to go live literally the second it came out because I was waiting for anything from the SBC. But once I did that, I actually messed up my stream setup. I got so excited that I clicked something, and I messed everything up. So, if you notice anything slightly different with the stream setup, that's why. But I think I fixed it pretty well. And again, just in time. I was planning to go live at 9 anyway, so severe risk to gradually ramp up over the next several hours. Watch issuance is likely in the next 1 to 2 hours. Again, this includes anywhere from Fort Stockton all the way back up to Guthrie, Texas, is the general area where they think we could potentially see a tornado or severe thunderstorm watch. Again, this is not going to be what the exact watch shape looks like, but this is the general region we're expecting it to be in. All right, now say it goes a little further north than we think. It could definitely include Plainview. It goes a little further east than we think. It can include Graham. All right, this is not set in stone. This is not the exact shape that it's going to be. It all depends on what the local National Weather Service offices want to do. What's up, GR? What's up, Mr. Twister? What's up, Peachy? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You just watched the Twisters movie. I like Twisters better than the original. I thought it was a really good movie. Again, I don't think the original was anything incredible, but I thought the second one was very good. So, again, very high-quality movie, in my opinion. What's up, Matt? We got everybody tuning in all of a sudden. Things are kind of dead. I think we probably had a few people join from my community post, but you got my sound, you got your sound turned up all the way, and you're still having trouble hearing me. See, that's, I think I know why. There we go. My dad was messing with the microphone earlier today, and I think he messed with some of the settings, but it's alright. So, there we go. I think you guys should be able to hear me a lot better now. That's what you thought about it, too. I also just bought Radar Omega for iPhone. I didn't have a great subscription, but the standard is great value. It is. What's up, Patricia? Thank you for tuning in. Chat, can we hit 30 likes this stream? I think this is going to be more of a tame event in the hours that we're going to be live for, so I'm not going to shoot for anything crazy. Again, I do think it'll get quite intense overnight, but you know we're not going to be sitting here at 4 and 5 a.m. I just want to make that clear right now. For anybody that thought we were going to be here at 4 and 5 a.m. covering the potential tornadoes in North Texas, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that's not happening. I need sleep to function, so I hope you guys understand, but anyway, that's much better. All right. Thank you for telling me that, actually, because I would not have noticed. Just made your first short with Radar Omega. Nice. Yeah, Mr. Storm did a lot of those before he could go live. So where's everybody watching from? Leave it down in the chat below so that we know what areas to cover here. Again, it's going to be, the headline is going to be the Southern Plains the next few days. It really is. Tonight, going into tomorrow, going into Tuesday. Tuesday will be a little bit more focused on Dixie Allen. I actually think that we could see a 2% tornado risk get issued here for Tuesday. So if that does happen, we'll have a live stream. I think a slight risk is also probably possible, but we'll see. Southern Denver. Yeah, I don't really want to dive into the Evan Freiberger drama right now, but it's pretty wild. Tulsa. So Tulsa will be an interesting spot to watch. I think you're going to be, again, you're kind of in that area where the cold core setup could provide for an isolated tornado threat across parts of northeast Oklahoma. You have a 2% chance to see a tornado tomorrow in your town. So we'll see what happens. But again, damaging winds could be a big thing. Maybe a little bit of small hail, but again, hail's not really a big threat. Watching from eastern Arkansas. So, Arkansas probably won't be a big state to watch. I did not mean to do that. If we were going to watch Arkansas, it'd mainly be the western part of the state, but I do believe that tomorrow, so tomorrow, it depends on what part of eastern Arkansas you're in, but you may be included in this marginal risk here. But again, an isolated tornado, some wind, that would be the main concern there across eastern Arkansas. Again, nothing crazy. Not widespread by any means. Very isolated occurrences in that scenario. I have noticed this. I don't know what's going on here. This is not rotation, is it? Let's check this. No, it's definitely not. Very interesting contamination. How do you get it to be shaded in the graphic for the outlooks? Because on my phone I only get the outlines. Yeah, so what you've got to do is you got to go to the thing where you can turn on the SBC, the little Thunderbolt icon. And then you go to settings, I believe, and you do the polygon fill opacity. See, if I turn it down here, then it does what yours is probably doing right now. But if you turn it all the way up, then it fills in. So that's what you got to do. No problem, Patricia. You're in the marginal. Yeah, again, I don't want to really talk about the Evan Freiberger dreef. Guys, I'm tired. I don't really want to talk about the Evan Freiberger beef right now, but it's pretty wild. You're from Southern Illinois? Same here. So Southern Illinois won't really be a big spot to watch, but maybe some thunderstorms late tomorrow night with maybe a little bit of wind, some heavy rain. But overall, Southern Illinois should be pretty tame in general. Bro, what are you doing, Sam? Again, if you're not tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,900 subscribers this week. And there we go. We mentioned the flooding threat, and we now have a flash flood warning in effect for Seminole, Texas. We finally have something to cover. So this area here, Seminole, Texas, now a flash flood warning. We've had several inches of rain in this area. If you're in Seminole, make sure that you are avoiding traveling. Again, it looks like we've had over 4 inches of rain in some areas, and rain is continuing to fall at high rates here across portions of downtown Seminole, down to the south, even really just all across the county here. So again, if you're in this area, make sure that you are avoiding flooded roadways. Very dangerous there to get stuck, and it does happen. So. Yeah, no problem. I've had radar scope for almost 3 years. I've had Omega for probably a little over a year and a half. It wasn't that much longer that I waited to get Omega than what am I saying? It wasn't that much of a difference in the time frame where I got interested in weather and got Radar Omega. I only got interested in weather a couple months before I got it. Ryan Hall really turned me on to this idea, and this is again the best $9 I've spent in my 14 years of existence. Soon to be 15. Birthday's in February, just a few days before the National Storm Chaser Summit. Is anybody in the chat going there? Alrighty. So again, thank you guys for the support so far on the stream. We've only been live for 15 minutes. We've gotten 1 like per minute so far. Can we keep up that pace? That's incredible. 16 likes in 16 minutes. Ryan's not going to go live, though, unless this gets upgraded to 10%, which is not a possibility at this point. Because the next SPC Outlook will not be until after... Oh, I'm blanking. After the event's already over, sorry. So, no 10% tour risk. Alright, you might be there. Again, if you're going to go, make sure that you already have your tickets, because within the next few weeks, they're going to become harder to get. My hair is like this because I just took a shower, that's why. If you want to know the truth. But yeah, I think that by Christmas, things will be all sold out. Again, this is going to be a lot of people's Christmas presents. Again, birthday present. Again, this is my birthday present, so very excited to meet Mr. Storm, all these other cool people. How's Abilene, Texas looking? Yeah, so Abilene, Texas is kind of going to be right at the center of our big severe threat for early tomorrow morning. If we take a look here at the HRRR model, we can see that it's painting some very strong storms coming your way here throughout the nighttime hours. But the big story will be the big line here that comes through. You know, we're talking 3, 4, 5 a.m. A lot of heavy rain. It looks like the damaging wind threat should not be quite as intense for you as maybe some of the folks off to your east, but you're still going to have to watch out for some wind, maybe an isolated tornado somewhere from 1 to 4 a.m., so just make sure that you have multiple ways to receive alerts on hand. You're probably going to get a lot of rain, too. Again, you are under a flood watch already. I mean, you're already seeing rain, but just look out. How much is a ticket? I don't even remember. I think they're like $150 if I'm correct, somewhere around there. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, just stay aware in the Abilene region. Again, thank you for tuning in. We will be live tomorrow covering the Abilene area as well, probably. I guess it'll mostly be east of Abilene at that point, because, again, we're not going to be live at like 4 a.m. tomorrow. I'm sorry to disappoint anybody, but that's just not happening. We were like one of the only, obviously there were chasers out, but we were one of the only people that stayed back and went live for the Robert Lee Tornado. Max was live, but not many others were other than me and Max. But yeah, me and Mr. Storm literally just talked about that today. You guys are in like this is a better sub war than PewDiePie versus T-Series. It's insane. So again, thank you all for tuning in. I mean, yeah, if your dad's gonna go with you, you'd have to get one for him. Ignore the hair. We brought the Coca-Cola t-shirt back. I know this is everybody's favorite. That was a horrible voice crack, by the way. So anyway. Okay, watching a couple notches of rotation on the northwest side of Midland, Odessa right now, in our developing line of storms. Jack's ego is taking over. It's a dangerous game. I don't know, I think my voice cracks are the worst. I only got to be like this over the past few months, too. Like, you can go back and look at my other streams. I did not voice crack this badly. But my voice was also just a lot higher pitched in general, so it was harder to tell whenever I did. Yeah, it's going to be a race down to the finish line. It'll end around New Year's as well, so that'll be pretty poetic. But again, you guys are both awesome, so I'll be rooting for both of you. Alright, again, if you're just not tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, but we can only do that with your guys' support. Also, make sure to like the stream. We're trying to hit 30 likes. Anyway, enough self-promoting. Again, we are going to see a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch get issued very shortly. What's up, Jesse? Thank you for tuning in. Let's get some hellos in the chat for Jesse. Again, considering how insignificant things are right now, I'm very happy that you guys tuned in. So, thank you guys so much. I've just been bored all evening. What's going on south of Albuquerque? Just a moment. Okay, south of Albuquerque. Well, probably not too much if I had to guess. I mean, it looks like we've got some heavy rain. But outside of that, not a whole lot to worry about there. Again, it would mainly be flooding to watch at that point, but even that's not really going to be that significant of a threat. It does look like this kind of tacked on a little over an inch of rain in some spots, though. Which, again, is not nearly enough to cause any of that more significant flooding. But some isolated ponding could occur at that point. $18 viewers goes wild. I don't know, it's pretty crazy because we managed to stay consistent no matter what day it is with around that many viewers for the past few months, which is awesome. Is Clyde, Texas in the enhanced area? That's where you're at. It's next to Abilene. We've definitely heard of that name. So, this is funny. Clyde, Texas is literally right on the edge of the enhanced risk, but you are technically included in it. So again, damaging winds and an isolated tornado, after 3 or 4 a.m. would be the thing to look out for. We managed to stay consistent with 1 like for every minute of the stream, which is pretty funny. Let's see if we can keep that going. Yes, we will see a separate tornado watch or severe watch later tonight for the enhanced risk area. For anybody that's confused, like, why does the mesoscale not include all that area? Well, it's because the storms just simply aren't going to be in that area for the next several hours. We got a lot of rain out there, but nothing severe. Let the best man win. I love that. It's cool to see a competitive race where both people are still chill and friends in it. You broke your knuckles in the dumbest way possible. That sounds very painful. I've never broken a bone. I've said this before, but that does not sound fun. I had busted my head open a couple times. Chat disconnected. Crap, is the stream still going? My Wi-Fi may have just cut out for a very brief second. I hate whenever that happens. Yeah, I like, I mean, that's the whole point of these streams. That's why I try to keep up with chat so much. Again, especially on nights like tonight, it's really easier to do so whenever we don't have a lot to talk about. By the way, YouTube does this thing where for some reason it automatically puts my streams in lower quality for some reason. So make sure if you click on the little settings gear, it says HD by it. Otherwise, go into the quality and change it to 1080p 60, and then HD it'll say. Again, for some reason it automatically puts my streams down to lower qualities, and that is very, very annoying. But there is an easy fix to that. Alright, we're still chilling. You punched... So you punched each other and you were even. So I had a funny story similar to that happened to me a few weeks ago. I'm not going to name any names. But if you're watching, you know who you are. I doubt you are watching, but... on accident, my friend stabbed me in the hand with a pencil. And there was a piece of lead stuck in my hand. There's actually still a little black dot on my hand where you can see where it happened. And this was weeks ago. I mean, it hurt. It was jabbed in there. We couldn't get it out. I went down to the nurse's office. We finally got it out. I got some of those antibiotic wipes, some rubbing alcohol, stuff like that. And then he's like, oh no, okay, I'll make it even. And he just starts jabbing the pencil into his own hand. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just making it even. And then he starts bleeding. And then very long story, but... Anyway. Long story short, there's probably lead still stuck in my hand. Same thing happened to you in 2nd grade. I cut my neck open with a pencil once. I threw it up into the air because I used to be very... It was just like an involuntary reaction. I just got so used to it, I just tossed it in the air and catch it. Well, this time around I didn't catch it, and it scraped down my neck. This was in like 5th grade, I think, so 4 years ago. And I don't know how, but it cut my neck open and I was bleeding. I don't know how that's possible. It's a pencil, but it did. Yeah, it was actually a mechanical pencil that I got stabbed with, so... Oh, why are we talking about this? Anyway. I'm not the smartest cookie. But when I cut my neck open, it hurt, dude. I cut my neck open with a pencil and it hurt worse than when I cut myself open with my knife. I don't know how that's possible, but... My sister had lead in her knee at school as a kid, and I swear she's still traumatized. Dang. I mean, I would be too. That's wild. But yeah, it's safe to say that I've done some things that are not very smart. But you know what? What's life without living on the edge? All models and ensembles today show a really good pattern for early December, and people on X are falling for it again. Oh no, here we go. The winter storm hype is unreal. We'll kind of break that down some more in our next couple of videos, hopefully, but... I have, Jack. It was not that bad. Not as bad as what I've seen some people do it as. I have some friends that did it, and they had to get stitches and everything. It was horrible. I'm not the smartest cookie, but boy, I do like cookies. That's the most real thing I've seen all month. Fact check true. Sam's gonna say something about how he has Riz. I'm already calling it. There's not a winter storm heading to the USA. I mean, in the Rockies, yes, but people are freaking out. On the backside of this system, it's going to ride through the Midwest. We're going to see some snow across parts of the upper Midwest. And you know what? It could be a big winter storm here for parts of the upper Midwest. We're talking about a few feet of snow being possible. And again, this is very early look. Things are going to change. This could be an area where we see a winter storm, but people are saying we're going to see a winter storm across this region. That's not true. We're going to see snow mix in at times with rain across the Ohio Valley. It's not going to be a winter storm in the Ohio Valley, but we could see some snow in parts of the Ohio Valley. You may see a winter storm in the Appalachia, but if you're just in the general Ohio Valley, you're not going to see a winter storm. Again, the upper Midwest could, and Appalachia could, but... Again, I'm tired of this winter storm hype, dude. It's crazy. Again, people rely on the GFS way too much. I'm a little concerned about this supercell starting to move into Midland, Odessa. We'll see what happens with that. It's not discreet, though, so we'll see. What's up, Elaine? I saw you in Max's stream earlier. How are you doing? Maybe that wasn't you I saw. I think I saw somebody else. Thank you for tuning in anyway. You know, we're trying to keep up with the pace where we've been getting 1 like for every minute the stream's been going. We're starting to fall behind a little bit. We're at 29 likes in 31 minutes. We gotta keep it going. We gotta bring it back, chat. Get your ults out. It's just funny, I think. We've been able to keep up this pace the entire stream, pretty much. The direct weather does that year-round, though. I'm not expecting discrete supercells now. I'm just saying this one definitely isn't. So we're probably not going to see any major tornado throughout with this one. But it is something to watch. It's pretty interesting here. And again, it's going to be heading right into downtown Midland, Odessa. Potentially both cities. It's also going to end up with some hail and wind. How did your quest for Mount Rushmore turn out? Yeah, so we had a lot of people comment. And we'll go ahead and bring up some of these comments that we got. So let me pull this up. So, what am I saying? Okay. If you're not aware earlier, I said on my community tab, you know, who is on your Mount Rushmore of weather? And we got a ton of replies. So, Roman says, James Spann, Ted Fujita, Reed Timmer, and Thomas Gruzulis. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I really don't. And it's quite embarrassing. But that was a decent list, I thought. We had GR saying James Spann, Brandon Kopic, Garrett Thompson, and the best future meteorologist, me. Which I don't think so, but I appreciate it. We had Jack tooting his own horn and saying it was going to be just him. He'd take up the whole thing. I mean, if you're talking... Listen here. Listen. Get real close. If you're talking about the teenage weather community, it is me, Levi, Jesse, and Mr. Storm. Not in any particular order. Just, we're all up there. That's how it be. Anyway, the best list, in my opinion, came from Indiana Hamilton. James Spann, Reed Timmer, Ted Fujita, and Jim Cantori. I thought that was perfect. I think maybe you could have thrown in some of the streamers in there, maybe replace Cantori with Ryan Hall, but Cantori's so iconic as well. I don't know. But that's what's going on. It likely will become a Boaka later. We're expecting a big-time damaging wind threat. I want to go back to the parts where I got real close to the microphone. Thank you, Kimber. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. You posted your list. Give me just a moment. I didn't realize if I get close to the microphone like this, I sound really cool. But yeah, in my opinion, Indiana Hamilton won that competition. I don't know if you can call it a competition or not, but Western Arkansas WX's live. He was literally just in here. Or he uploaded, sorry. Somebody got impressed that I used the word tertiary today, or the other day in a forecast. I don't know if it was GR or not, but somebody said that. What's up, the Kansas Weather Watchers? I appreciate it. I was just kidding whenever I said that, but that's just our friend group. But that would be the dream, to be one of the big names one day. That was you. You know what? I've got to give a little shout out to my mom here. She's actually the one that taught me that word. So here's the story. This was either this summer or last summer. But over the summer, I would record forecasts every day in here around lunch while my mom worked in here. So I appreciate her for letting me do that while she's working in here already. But I said something like the primary threat, the secondary threat, and then a third threat. And then she was like, you could just use the word tertiary. And I was like, that's not a real thing. You're making that up. But it was a real word, and I've started using it a little bit recently. So shout out to my mom. Odessa storm is looking nasty, I agree. And we may see this get like a special weather statement soon, but so far we've had no alerts, so we'll see. No severe warnings, no tornado warnings. And it looks like it's going to stay that way for a few hours at least, hopefully. Again, we will see that watch get issued soon, but for right now we're just kind of chilling. But yeah, there's the story behind what I learned, how I learned what the word tertiary meant. As you would not believe the amount of forecasts that have been recorded in here while my mom was working. I even used to stream in here before I did face cams while she was working in here over the summer. W mom, for real. I didn't see your list. There we go. Reed Timmer, Tim Samaras, Freddie McKinney, Jeff Piotrowski. Trowski? I don't know who that is. Is that bad? I know who everybody else is. I don't... Oh, wait. Is that the... Let's see. Who is that? Trio... Posky. Maybe I do know him. I'm not sure. Piotrowski. Oh, okay. Okay, I need to be a little quieter. That was the Joplin guy. I do know him. I'm actually, I'm not subscribed to him. I think I've seen his channel, though. I need to be a little quieter, though. Everybody in my house is trying to sleep, and then I just scream. He's gonna teach how to, or who's doing the how to chase in a Cybertruck. That's wild. You should swap Mr. Kopic for Mr. Storm. His wife freaks out on him. He was talking about that the other day, earlier today on Call Sam. If I remember correctly. I think you just need to say it flat out right. I know it's scary, but that's the most effective approach. I'm speaking from experience. But chat, we gotta move this down if I'm gonna sit here all lazy like this. Thank you, Kimber. I appreciate it. Jack, I just wanted to say, again, I forgot to comment on that edit the other day that you made of me, but I did see it, and I watched it again today, and I didn't realize where that second picture of me was from, and then you explained it in the comments. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, when do I make that kind of face? Yep, that's actually exactly what happened. Unless you can just now see my microphone. If we're going to do it like this, then I've got to show the whole microphone. Otherwise, it just looks weird. Hold on. I've got a solution. This is going to be loud. Hold on. There we go. Awesome. This is a really good microphone, by the way. I don't even know which one it is, but it's served well for a few years. See you, Kimber. Thank you for tuning in. Always awesome to have you here. Wait, what? Oh. How can you guys see the... Does the light come through on the other side? I am so unbelievable. Oh, that's not the green light. Huh. Never mind. Like, what is happening? Let's just go ahead and, I do Kansas Weather Watchers, but I don't really just, it's not really public, so. Let's fix this up. There we go. This is how you're supposed to do it. With the pop filter, obviously, if you didn't know. Thank you for tuning in, Elaine. Again, I've been wanting to go live all day, but there hasn't been anything to talk about. I've just been bored for the past several hours. Just been chilling, and here we are now live. Obviously. Do y'all like the microphone up here like this, or should I put it back down? We have a lot of... The voice cracks are personal at this point. We do have a lot of heavy snow, actually, in the Pacific Northwest. An atmospheric river-like event has been unfolding for the past week or so up here, if you're not aware. You guys like the mic? Alright, put 1 in chat for the mic up, 2 in the chat for no mic. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't look like that's going to happen, Elaine. Again, I really wanted to do it, but there are a couple of reasons why it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. And again, I can't really go into them right now, but perhaps one day. I don't even remember what I said. Does 1 mean mic, I'm assuming? Seen a lot of 1s. 2, 2. No, it's not. You don't have to say sorry. It's just I want a general opinion. Like a genuine reaction to what do you guys feel about this. 1 gang. What's up, Joseph? Okay, wait. We'll go ahead and throw this poll up here. We'll throw a poll out to make this easier. I thought about doing it, but it's kind of a weird question. People may not understand it if they're just joining. No, it's not about that, GR. That's not what it's about. Again, guys, I really appreciate the sentiment, but I'm not going to set up donations or anything. Again, I appreciate it. I love you guys, you know that, but I'm probably not going to set that up anytime soon. What's up, Daniel? So again, big time supercell right now, about to roll into Midland, Odessa here. If you're just not tuning in, large hail, damaging winds, heavy rain. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it. So again, if you're in this area, make sure you're looking out for this down the line. Again, I'd recommend staying up another hour or so if you're planning on going to bed in Midland, Odessa. Just make sure you're staying safe. If you do have to go to bed, then just make sure you have multiple ways to receive alerts on hand. Doesn't look like this is too crazy, though, to be honest, for a tornado threat anyway. I'm looking at the Midland radar. W. Daniel, we're trying to hit 1,900 subs this week. We tried to do it last week, but there was not enough content put out. There just was not enough to talk about, unfortunately. But we can do it this week. And there we go. A severe thunderstorm watch has just been issued. So this is brand new. All right, see ya, Peachy. Thank you for tuning in. So a brand spanking new severe thunderstorm watch has just now been issued. I'm going to try to get this out everywhere that I can. All right. So, severe thunderstorm watch in effect for portions of at least southwest Texas. Let me pull up the full thing here. Sometimes it takes a minute to load on Omega, so give us just a moment. And so it begins. Alright. It actually has not even come out yet on the SPC page. Wow, so this is fresh out of the oven. That was a weird thing to say, but I said it anyway. So, dude, I just load, please, on mobile. I want to bring this up. Let's see if I can bring it up on X. We'll see if it's out yet on there. That's what I really need anyway. It should be out, because those automated bot accounts get it out literally the second it gets issued. Okay. So here it is. Let's go to NWS Tornado. Come on. Any day. I'm getting a phone for Christmas, hopefully, so hopefully this lag will not be something we have to deal with for a while. Why did I go to NWS Tornado? I want NWS Severe Thunderstorm. Okay, and after 15 minutes of long pain, it's actually like 1 minute, but here we go. So, severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for parts of Texas until 4 a.m. And again, there's going to be one that goes out later until this as well, back in parts of north central Texas and southwest Oklahoma. That may honestly be a tornado watch. I was wondering if this one would be or not. I figured it would be a severe thunderstorm watch, and here we are. So, a couple tornadoes possible, isolated hail up to half-inch size possible, scattered gusts up to 75 miles an hour likely. That's the main thing to look at there. Haskell, Texas, all the way back through Fort Stockton. Almost 1 million people included in this severe thunderstorm watch. So, if you're in this area, make sure you're staying safe, looking out for that. iPhone. What can only Texas... Okay, sorry. There are a lot of new messages coming in. Give me one moment. So, only Texas. Let's see, where's that at? So, only Texas, you are in the enhanced risk of severe weather. You can expect damaging winds and maybe an isolated tornado threat early tomorrow morning. We're talking a few thunderstorms overnight by 6, 7 a.m. That's when the big line comes in, maybe brings you some damaging winds, and again, maybe an isolated tornado threat. So, make sure you're staying aware. That area southwest of Odessa looks suspicious. Again, we've been watching that for a while. it's been trying to hook out here. Or do something of the sorts anyway, but it's not rotating very much. So again, we'll keep watching it, but right now I think it's just mainly going to be a hail, wind, and heavy rain threat. Alright, chat, we're going to bring the microphone down. I know I did that poll and everything, but it's getting a little in the way. I shouldn't have even said anything. That was my bad. Commerce, Texas. Let's see, where's that at? So the severe weather threat for Commerce will all be tomorrow, in the late morning time hours. You're in the marginal risk of severe weather, so you can expect some wind, and again, maybe a very, very small tornado threat, some thunderstorms overnight, but the big line here will be around 11 a.m. for you, noon for you, the lunchtime hours. All right. Yeah, no problem, Gianna. Again, if you guys are just now tuning in, please do be sure to like and subscribe. We're so close. We need 2 more subscribers to get to 1,900. Oh my gosh, guys, 2 more. I haven't even refreshed in a minute. It may even be less now. And 1 more. Okay, this is my plea to everybody watching. If you have not yet subscribed, please click the button. We are 1 subscriber off of 1,900. We are so incredibly close. Thank you guys for the support tonight. I did not think this stream would do that well. Please. Again, we do severe weather coverage every day. Whenever there's not severe weather coverage, we do gaming videos on Monday. We try to be as active as possible on this channel. Again, it's my dream to do this full-time one day. So if you could please support the channel, that would be amazing. Dude, we're so close. We're so close. We are so close. Oh, 1 more subscriber. Just 1 more. Guys, I think 1,900 subs is deserving of a gritty. I'm not gonna lie. 1901, we got 2 people to subscribe. Yes. That's going on a screenshot. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. You know what this means? 99. We need 99 subscribers by New Year's. We can definitely do that. That is so possible. And again, it's all thanks to you guys, so I appreciate it. 1,900 subs. That's crazy. That's insane, dude. Yeah, we've been doing this for years, so I really do appreciate it. Give me 1 moment. Okay. So I did say that would be deserving of a gritty, and I have to fulfill my promises. So. Will Bronte, Texas see anything? So you're in the severe thunderstorm watch there that did just get issued. You're going to have that line of storms approach you within the next couple of hours here. What is this? Oh. Bronte, Texas. You're going to see some overnight thunderstorms. The main round will come around 4 a.m. though with some wind, and that'll be about it, hopefully, for your area. You're a little further south, west of the main threat, I'd say. It should be a flex. See, I don't know if I want to subject myself to that. So that's one of those things, whenever it's out there, people remember. We'll do the flex at 2,000. Let's throw the confetti emojis in the chat for 1,900 subs. We'll do the flex at 2,000. You gotta remind me though, Jack, because I'm gonna forget that I promised that. But right now, we've got a gritty to do. So, let me lock in. My gritties have not been very solid thus far. Okay, hold on. We got a few more requests. So, Gatesville, Texas, I see. You're mainly going to be in the threat for tomorrow. If we take a look at the ARRR, let's see. It looks like you're going to have, again, those overnight thunderstorms pop up, but the main threat will be around 8, 9 a.m. with some wind, very brief amount of heavy rain. It'll be very heavy while it happens, but then it's going to be over just like that, and then maybe an isolated tornado. Again, the main threat for you would be early tomorrow morning, marginal risk tonight, slight risk tomorrow. All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in. QWERTY. Is that somebody's ult that they made just to do this? They joined 11 days ago. All right, everybody. We are locked in officially. I've got to channel my inner max velocity. That was so bad. That was a little better. Look at that, you get a 2 for 1. What can Sweetwater, Texas experience for severe weather? I'm sorry for anybody that just not tuned in, and that's what they tuned into. Alright, hold on, I want to watch this back. I'll do Sweetwater. Why did I do it like that? Okay. So Sweetwater, you're in that brand new severe thunderstorm watch that just got issued. And you're going to see some rain, maybe a little bit of wind here over the next couple of hours. But the main thing, again, will be approaching you 3, 4 a.m., damaging winds, and an isolated tornado. Strong city. You're probably too far north to see anything, if I'm being honest with you. You could see an isolated tornado tomorrow, actually, with that cold core setup. Some isolated wind or hail can't be ruled out either, but for the most part, it's not going to be anything major. Again, tomorrow you're in the marginal risk. Let's see here. And an isolated gust of wind can't be ruled out. A lot of heavy rain, it looks like, though, tomorrow morning into the afternoon, so look out for that. Again, it's showing a few supercells, maybe. Okay. Anything near Spring, Texas? We got random Texan guy in that city as well. It's interesting. Spring, Texas, no, though. I mean, you're in the marginal risk for tomorrow, technically, but if we take a look at things here, realistically, things probably aren't going to be too bad in your neck of the woods. Maybe some wind. But look at this. I mean, this is really the only thing you'd have to watch here. This is around 1, 2 p.m., maybe some scattered thunderstorms. I don't know why the marginal goes all the way to the Gulf Coast. I'm going to be honest with you. Bro, what do you want from me? I don't know what I want from you. Alright, so everybody, we're going to end off the live stream here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, thank you guys so much for 1,900 subs. We're actually at 1,903 now, which is awesome. So, again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one.